Hello and welcome to another episode of TMO.live, the Media Online's video series where we ask newsmakers the tough questions and explore the hot topics. I'm the site's multimedia journalist, Michael Bratt. This week we're exploring tabloid publications. My guest is Abdul Milazi, editor of Sunday World. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start off, the role of tabloid publications in South Africa currently.
I think the main role is to entertain and to give readers a glimpse of the life of the rich and famous, but particularly celebrities. Because remember, people have always been fascinated by the rich and famous, but with with celebrities, now it's people they feel they know intimately, even though they don't, but either through their music or through the soapbox, on TV or movies. So they'll be more interested in their lives than a normal businessman, whether it's Patrice Motsepe, no matter how rich you are, but if you're not a celebrity, they don't feel that closeness to you.
Is that where the fixation comes from with celebrities? Not just in South Africa, but in general?
Oh yes, because when somebody buys your CD or your album and loves it, they develop a liking for you, and which grows into a worshipping kind of, like they idolize you. So basically anything you do, they're interested in. Whether you break a heel or you cough or you fall ill, they want to know. So that's the fascination. And they want to know everything. They want to know what they eat. Whether they work out and where do they work out, if they work out at all. So, and sometimes it's identifying as well with the heroes. So we'll say, oh, that one is the gym bunny. So, hey, so am I. So, suddenly they have something in common. Hey, we have something in common. Or I have something in common with George Clooney and whatever. And every time they read something, he likes or prefers this brand of suit. Hey, I also love Armani or whatever, whatever suit it is. So then the connection keeps getting closer and more intimate. But even though it's one-sided, but
Comment a bit about that, the celeb lives playing out in the public eye. All of their personal matters, the going to the gym, the falling, it gets played out in the public eye.
Yes. I think the publicists who manage those celebrities know that they have to stay in the limelight, because the minute nobody talks about you, you're forgotten, and then it affects your ratings, basically. So, and ratings is what makes celebrities. So the more fans you have, the bigger the paycheck and the bigger the demand. Whether you are a Hollywood actor or a musician, you'll sell more albums if you have more people liking you. So then publicists play that role because they leak some of that information to us. Just so, did you know that Miley Cyrus just went on a date last night? Oh, did she really? And then we put that up, and her fans lap it up. And also the other people who just like her, but they're not necessarily big fans. Because remember, sometimes in the fan field, there are people who worship you, and there are people who like you, but worship somebody else, but they still like you. So they'll maybe have 12 celebrities that they like and one that they really love. And that's how the money spins. Yeah.
For lack of a better description, and you can disagree with me if you want, tabloid publications is a perception that they're trashy, that they're for the lower class. Is that correct?
Now, it's been like that for a while. I think it's an image that it will take time to shake, if it will be shaken at all. But when you look at it, we do news like everybody else, except that we do news about celebrities. But if you're looking at the political scandals, what's the difference between a story about a politician involved in a scandal and a celebrity involved in a scandal? Say similar thing, say it's about sex. So maybe they were caught with somebody else or cheating on their wives, on their husbands. This side, it's a politician. This side, it's a celebrity. So what's the difference? So that's what people, I think, will begin to realize maybe later. It's like, okay, no, actually, these guys are just writing news, but they're only focusing on celebrities and not on politicians and business people. But we'll live with that tag, I'm sure, for years to come.
That's a very fair point. For example, the Sunday World readers. What is the typical reader of the Sunday World like?
It's people who love fun and also who love relaxing news and entertaining news on a Sunday, because they've read all the heavy political stuff and crime stories and stuff. So on a Sunday, they just want to chill and find out what celebrities are up to and also what entertainment is available. Because remember, we do news about celebrities, but also we do stories like feature lifestyle stories that help readers attain that lifestyle they admire, like within the celebrity industry. It's like how to dress well to look like your idol, and also the fitness issue, health and fitness as well. We feature all that, and making money and saving money, but not in the conventional business way where you're writing about companies, but basically a one-on-one individual thing. It's like, hey, you can make money even when you don't have much, because that's when you should make money anyway. So because when you've got it already, so then why bother? So we'd say, as a professional, you might be earning little according to you, but if you save, like, and make that into a habit, then you'll actually create money, and then you can actually become wealthy. So if you continue, you keep the habit, and you just save, maybe let's say if you save 10% of your salary every day at your age, as young as you are, by the time you turn 40, then you're like, hey, I've actually got quite a nice stash. And then what you do with that stash, so we'll take you further too, and it's like, hey, you don't need to play the stock exchange or anything. Your bank, you put your money in a fixed deposit, say they give you, 6.5%. So 6.5% of that will basically just keep giving you more money while your money is just sitting there and the bank is using it. So simple stuff, not complicated things where somebody says, oh no, that sounds too complicated for me. I don't think I'll ever. It's for the rich or for people with knowledge of finance. But no, just simple stuff. So let the bank worry about that. They've got platforms like for you to grow your money. You just say, okay, I'm putting this in a fixed deposit for 12 months.
So it's lifestyle advice.
Yes.
And how popular is that with Sunday World readers? For example, talking about the numbers, how many are you growing the readers for Sunday World?
We currently, like, our circulation stands at 70. So since our launch, we took a little blow, but we'll know at the end of the quarter then where we come up. So, but that was expected anyway, because when you revamp a product to the extent that we did, so you're gonna get some readers who say, oh no, I don't like the new look and I'm gonna leave. But they eventually come back because they like the content, because the content is the same, but presented now in a more funkier, sharper way, because we didn't just basically put a lipstick on a pig. So we revamped the whole thing. When you see now the flow.
Well, let's talk about the revamp. Why did Sunday Times do it? Sunday World do it. Obviously, it was part of the bigger Times Media Group rebranding of a lot of its publications.
Yes.
But specifically for Sunday World, what was the need for it?
We've been looking old, I think, for like about 18 years now. So, and you know, in business, like how it goes, you've got to move with your consumers, like in our instance, then the reader. So as the reader's lifestyle changes or moves, if you are left behind, they'll be reading somebody else. So you've got to move with them and see, what do they consume now? How do they like to consume their information? And what's more important to them, and then you rejig your product to basically reflect that. And that's why we decided on a complete revamp, because we said, right now, when Sunday World was launched back then, the internet wasn't really as vibrant as it is now, and there were no smartphones, and basically people only relied on newspapers to get information. So now information is everywhere. So we're competing now with blogs, we're competing with websites, we're competing with radio. So you've got to up your game. You've got to up your game and be there. Otherwise, then you just get left behind and you die, basically.
That was part one of our editor with Abdul Milazi, editor of Sunday World. Check back to the site next week when we'll have part two. Until then, goodbye from me.